Well, were you confident that WWE would find you a spot, or did you think that was it for you?
No, again, I wasn't saying no to anything that was thrown my way at the time. So while I was learning commentary, I was again learning all these different aspects of the business and TV production. I was like a sponge, and I would just sit down and I would ask people questions. Hell, I didn't know. As far as I was concerned, I would have been doing lighting backstage as long as it meant I could stay in WWE. That was how I looked at this. It was almost desperation. As long as I have a paycheck to feed my kids, if I could do it under the WWE banner, that'd be even better. But as far as commentary goes, I never had any sort of confidence that I would ever make it to Raw or SmackDown. I remember getting actually to the point where in NXT, I was frustrated because I went, this is as good as I'm going to get here. I need to work with a Michael Cole or a Jerry Lawler or whoever that may be. Because as you know, Kurt, the only way in this business you get better is to work with someone better than you are.
Yes, yeah.
I felt like I was treading water. But again, at the end of the day, I was still getting a paycheck, so that was okay. And I remember thinking, God, give me a chance. Give me a shot at Raw. Let me do SmackDown once. Let me fill in for somebody. I'll set the world on fire. And it's since been relayed to me, several years down the line that they knew I was ready back then. And they said they'd rather I'd be a little bit over prepared than to come up and underperform, which now I'm grateful. At the time, I wanted to swing at anybody who told me no, but now I'm grateful it worked out that way.
You were talking about the transition and influences. You mentioned Jesse Ventura, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mark Madden even. When you're out signings, meet and greets, wherever the case may be, is there one name that you hear comparisons to the most? Like, man, you remind me a lot of Jesse Ventura back in the day, or this guy or that guy.
I think most frequently I get Jesse.
Okay.
And I think some of that actually has to do with just the tone of my voice and the way that I speak is very similar. But anytime I get those comparisons, I know that everybody means it with the best of intentions, but it just makes me cringe and feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Because I grew up with those guys and they were larger than life to me. And unfortunately, I never got to know Bobby or Jesse really in any capacity. So to them, they're almost these mythical characters that I'm like, no, those were the guys. So when someone goes, you're like the new Jesse Ventura, I go, thank you. But I feel like it's like an imposter syndrome feeling where I'm going, no, come on.